Teen pregnancy is on the rise, and that's not an accident. You're trying to get pregnant on purpose.
Yeah.
You have a boyfriend? Does he want a baby too? Now her mom and boyfriend hear the truth.
I've been dishonest and missing my birth control pills.
You don't put that condom on, you have no control. And
I really want to have a baby.
this teen returns with a dramatic update.
I was stupid. Thank you so much.
Now on Tyra. Yesterday, we talked to some teen girls who are virgins, and they're embarrassed because they are pressured by boys and their friends to have sex, and they're actually embarrassed by their virginity and actually quite torn right now. We learned that teen sex rates are down for the first time in many years, and not everyone is doing it, which surprised me because I thought teens were doing it more than ever. But today we're talking to teen girls who are part of the reason why teen pregnancy rates are up for the first time in 10 years. So get that. Teen sex down, teen pregnancy up. And like we learned in a national Tyra show teen sex survey, those rates are not an accident. A lot of teen girls are trying to get pregnant. Not an accident. They're trying to get pregnant. And this trend is alarming. Even the New York Times talked about what our Tyra show survey uncovered. Now, there are 3 teens on our stage right now, and they admit that their lives have been turned upside down since they found out that they are pregnant. Tamara is 7 weeks pregnant. Katrina is 8 months pregnant. And Marie is 6 months pregnant. First of all, just seeing you guys baby faces up here and seeing, you're not showing yet, but just seeing these girls with these, I mean, I'm looking at you, Marie, and you're a baby, and you have a baby inside of you, but we're going to get to you in a second. I want to talk to Tamara first. Tamara, you just found out that you're pregnant. How many weeks again?
I'm actually 8 weeks right now.
8 weeks pregnant now. Okay, so how did you get pregnant? Do you remember?
Well, I had sex with this guy one time at a party, and I was completely drunk. And I don't drink, and it was a one-time thing. And I just don't remember it, and next thing I knew I was pregnant. Took 3 pregnancy tests because I just didn't want to believe it. And I was pregnant.
So you kept taking, like in the movies, when those women keep on taking the pregnancy test over and over and over again because they're like, oh my gosh.
Yep, I took 2 at home. I was by myself because I didn't want really anybody to know if I was or not. So then when those 2 became positive, I was like, okay, no, this can't happen. So I went to the doctor, and they told me I was pregnant.
And they told you were pregnant. And it's a guy you just met at a party.
Yeah, I've known him for a bit, but like we just never really had like sexual relations or anything like that. It was one time, big mistake. And
did you tell him?
Yeah, I told him.
What did he say?
He was very mad at me. He yelled at me. He was like, "Oh, I don't want you to have this kid." I'm having it either way. I'm like, I don't care what you say. I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna punish a baby for my mistake. And he was just mad and just yelling at me. He's like, oh, I don't want to be a father. And he was just so mean to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that was his reaction. What about your family's reaction? Your mom and stepdad are here today. What was their reaction?
They were pissed. They were so mad at me. Like, I felt that they were embarrassed of me, and I didn't want to have it. I just wanted to skip town and leave. And I was like, come back in 9 months and give it up for adoption and pretend it won't happen. Like, it has never happened.
So you want to give it up for adoption, the baby?
Yeah.
Now, you have something in common with your mother in terms of this. Tell me.
The day that I told her that I was pregnant was the day she found out she was pregnant with me. And, like...
Same day?
Yep, same day. It was February 2nd. Yep. And I'm due October 5th, and I was born October 1st. And, like, my mom thinks we have a curse on our family because every first girl in the family has a baby before she turns 18. And... yeah, here I am.
Wow. A curse or just a drunken night, right?
Yeah.
I think we should take responsibility for our actions. Tamara's mom, Nikki, and her stepdad, Jason, I spoke about them earlier, they're here. Okay, how do you feel about this, Mom? With her doing the almost exact thing you did.
Well, I was hoping it wasn't going to happen quite this way. I was hoping, you know, I've had her on birth control for a couple of years, and so that just kind of, I had asked her if she had been having sex, and she said, oh no, Mom, I'm not doing that. Well, a couple days later, find out that she was pregnant. I felt betrayed, lied to.
Betrayed. And then stepdad's here. How did you feel?
I was probably initially beyond furious. I really had a hard time with it right away. I had raised her since she was 4, and you try to instill the values, and I usually played the role of the parent that was trying to police everything. Where are you going? Who are you talking to? And as she started getting into the teen years and she started playing around in MySpace and stuff, you know, I'd noticed that she'd talk to people that are a little bit older than she should be, and maybe portraying herself in her profile as 18, maybe when she was 16 or 17. And those little things made me really mad. So I was always the guy, where are you going? Who are you with? What are you doing? And we always had a lot of fights about that because she was like, you're Mr. Nosy. You're always going through my stuff, going through my business.
And you thought policing would not make this type of thing happen.
Right, right.
Yeah. How old is the father?
23.
He's 23. And you're a minor. So, statutory rape.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel, Dad?
Pretty mad. Very angry. Very angry.
Okay. Now, you want to give your baby up for adoption.
Yeah, but then again, I want to keep it.
But then again, you want to keep it. Mom, you shook your head when I asked her that. Because?
My grandbaby. I want her to keep it. I'll help raise it.
It's not that I don't want her to raise it. I want my baby to have a good family.
I'll help us to raise it.
I know, Mom, but I want my baby to have a family. I want my baby to have a father that's going to be there. And I want to have my baby to have everything he wants, or like a functional family.
Joining us is Dr. Gail Saltz. She's the Associate Professor of Psychiatry at New York Presbyterian Hospital. Gail, I want to ask you about this because she's saying that she wants to give her baby up for adoption. Mom's saying, that's my grandbaby.
Yeah.
And I want to keep it.
Yeah.
I know, Tamara, you say you don't even like kids.
No, I don't like kids.
You know, I think that's hugely important. That's hugely important.
I mean,
and as painful as it will be for you, and I think you're right to put in your opinion that you would help, you would be there, you would raise it, to make all those offers. But at the end of the day, the mother's the mother, even when she's a child. And if she's saying, I don't want to be a mother, I don't even like children, and let's face it, you know, she's too young to really take that responsibility. I think she's making a responsible to the baby choice.
So do I. I feel it
have a
very
family for this
mature.
I support her.
Do you really
whatever
support
she
her? Or
decides.
are you supporting her on TV right now? But when
No,
we
I've
finish,
told her I support her in whatever she decides. I
Yeah.
just don't want her to, and if she really decides that she needs to do that, then that's what she needs to do.
I know so many women that cannot have a baby,
I know.
that have a father and a mother that, you know, that would take, whether it's your daughter's child or so many other children, children of children, and would raise them in a really great, perfect, not perfect, what's perfect, you know, but a beautiful home. And I commend you, Tamara, for saying that you want to possibly give your baby up for adoption. I feel it's very unselfish of you and very mature of you to understand that you don't like kids. There is nothing wrong with not liking kids, but there is something wrong with not liking kids and bringing one into the world and trying to raise it when you don't like kids.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, we'll be right back.
Up next.
I can feel him kicking a lot. Now I have this visible and this actual feeling that I'm going to have a baby. I'm just really scared about that.
And later, this teen is actually trying to get pregnant.
I've been missing my birth control pills. I've just been dishonest to my boyfriend about it.